What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on FRC stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news that might drive the price of this asset. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this point, and I've told you that most likely we should see another leg to the downside, but instead of this we had this perfect bounce to hit again this range of resistance, and we have a rollover. And this bounce to the upside was quite tricky to catch, because this stock didn't have the bullish divergence, proper bullish divergence. It had a hidden bearish divergence, and because of this my main assumption was that it is too risky to enter the short-term long position with this bank yet. But my other two predictions, other two banks, one of them was the Truist Financial, brought about, let me show you, from this point brought us about 10, almost 11% to the highest point, and about 6.18% to the current range. And the next one is the USB Bank, and it brought us about, let me show it to you, from this point to its highest point about 13.8%, and to the current range about 6% as well. This means these banks were less risky, and these profits was quite easy to predict. That's why you can rely on my technical analysis as a part of your due diligence. So let's continue with the fundamental news. Definitely the main news right now is yesterday was the Federal Reserve interest rate hike, and you can find the information about 0.25 percentage point hike, and this definitely was quite good news in general. And let me quote you this: the rate hike brings the Fed's policy rate, the federal funds rate, to a new range of 4.75% to 5%, the highest since October 2007. In its statement, the Fed said inflation remains elevated and that the central bank remains highly attentive to inflation risks, while banking issues could cause credit conditions to tighten and weigh on economic growth. And definitely, by itself, this increase was already priced on the stock market, and that is why we didn't have a major movement to the upside, but instead of this we have quite a significant movement to the downside. Let me show you that the heat map is not so good. As you can see, it is completely in red color, and this means the entire market suffered from this decision. On top of that, let me show you right here that this article was published on Reuters on March 23rd, and it says First Republic shares fall as Yellen says no considering blanket issuance on bank deposits. And let me quote you this: a bull case scenario for the shares of beleaguered First Republic Bank, as it considers its options, became more difficult on Wednesday after Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said there is no discussion on insurance for all bank deposits without approval from the US Congress. And this decision definitely brings a lot of bearish pressure on the banking sector in general and on First Republic Bank in particular. And that is why we can see this harsh decrease in the price of the entire banking sector. And as you can see right here, we also have the entire sector in red. And probably this was one of the reasons why the entire market was also in red. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, let's switch again to First Republic Bank, and let me show you this price action in general. If we switch to daily time frame, right here you can see that this asset lost a lot of its value, and I mentioned about it recently. And I have to say that the RSI is still extremely oversold on a daily time frame, and even on a weekly time frame we have an extremely low levels of RSI that this asset never ever had. And this means if if, only if, this bank will be saved by the US Congress, and it will receive all the help that it is necessary for this bank to save their customers, deposits. Definitely we will see a major movement to the upside that should at least unload this harsh sell-off. And in this case we might see the movement to the upside that probably might hit a $43.87 mark and even $63.58 mark, which implies from the current price action about 244% to the first price target and more than 400% to the second target. And this bounce to the upside will happen only if the Congress decide to save all the banks that are at the edge of bankruptcy. Otherwise, we might see the consolidation phase on lower levels, and in this case we have option 2. If you want to catch the bounce on the short time frames, just switch on hourly time frame and take a look on this price action in details. So definitely we can connect these stops like this, but if we adjust this to a little bit, if we connect only the bodies of these candles, we can see that we hit this range as the range of resistance, and probably we might have the next leg to the downside that will bring a lot of fear on the market as well. And in this case, if this asset goes lower on a 4 hours time frame, it will continue to form the bullish divergence, and in this case from its swing high it will lost about 95% of its value, and this movement to the downside definitely should be unloaded. And in this case let's switch again to hourly time frame. If you ladder your buys down, your range of resistance will be this yellow line at roughly $17.8 mark, and from this range somewhere lower, when this asset breaks this sloping line as the range of resistance, we will see the movement to the upside, and we should see the increasing volume with this movement in order to confirm this trend. In this case the movement to the upside will bring you a lot of profits in a matter of just a couple of sessions, but definitely right now it is extremely risky to enter the position, and if you want to catch this movement, just accumulate all the way down and do not enter the position with the lump sum. Always ladder your buys down. Only in this case you will be on safer territory and you will catch this bounce, because the upside potential is enormous for this stock, but the downside potential is also significant. So I think that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm back.